Rodgers on 1st and 10 play action. Looking downfield. Throws it over the middle. Got Devontae on the cross. He's to the 30, to the 25, down the right, hash marks, inside the 25 to the 21-yard line. Snap to Rodgers, give to Dillon. Off the right side, hit by Rodgers. Drives him to the end zone for the touchdown. A.J. Dillon. Here's the snap. Stafford looks it from behind. Ball is loose. Picked up by Preston Smith. Down he goes. Smith is brought down to the 6-yard line. Rodgers in the shotgun. Dillon to his right. Fake to Dillon. Rolling right. Rodgers to the end zone. Touchdown. Bad foot and all.
What's going on, Packer fans? Welcome back. 41 North Pod. A little hunting season hiatus. I'm Trevor here with Mario.
What's up, team? What's up, guys?
Producer Troy out there.
Yeah, shout out Troy. Yeah, we took a little hiatus. Trevor had to go shoot every animal known to man, Midwest style. But, you know, we're back. We're back to talk to Pack. Things are going good. It looks like we're going to start getting healthy, Trev. How you feeling about the year? I mean, we got the Rams game to talk about, Seahawks game, Vikings game. I mean, let's get it.
What's the one thing that's changed since our last pod? The one thing we've been saying the whole time, the reason we did the podcast this year, we say every episode, Packers are going to win the Super Bowl this year. And now what is actually being said in the media and shit now, everybody's kind of catching on with the Packer team dealing with a lot of injuries, winning games, getting to where they're at now. Yeah,
I really like where we're at. I love the way the defense is playing. I mean, and then I don't know. I'll be curious to hear your thought on this. I seen a poll. They said, you know, out of the three major players that we have the potential to get back, we don't necessarily know when. But Bach, Alexander, and Smith. Who do you think adds the biggest impact to the Packers when they come back?
I don't know. They're all big players, but I would like to have Jaire back, and it looks like he's going to be the first one back. I think you just don't got to worry about other teams' number ones is a huge factor in a game, and I feel like to be able to focus other areas. I mean, pass rush has kind of been getting it done. Run defense has been looking good. Our inside backers are looking decent between Barnes and Campbell's looking like one of the best linebackers in the league. So I think, you know, not having to rely so much on the rookie Stokes would be a huge, huge difference. And then having that solid other, you know, Rasul Douglas playing so well helps a lot too. But I'd look to get Jaire back. And then if we can get, you know, those other guys back, Z or Bakhtiari be a bonus.
See, I think, and I love all three of them. So I want all of them back. You know what I'm saying? But I think the biggest impact would be Z. Because I think the pressure that we would be able to put on teams' quarterbacks, it wouldn't matter if me or you were playing cornerback. Because the quarterback's going to have about a second and a half to figure out what he got going on before the Smith brothers, Gary, Campbell, Kenny, somebody's going to be breathing down their neck. I mean, our third down blitz package would be so ridiculous on a 3rd and long. Like, yeah, I don't care who's back there playing cornerback.
I like that argument. I wouldn't disagree with that. And I think Z's a huge leader of the team as well.
I agree. Regardless if he's a captain or not, I think he brings a lot to the team. And I think I just think that when you have a super lead of pass rush, the rest doesn't really matter because there's no time to throw the ball.
I agree with that. Kenny's playing at another level this year, and you'd like to see him get talked about more after, especially outshining Donald a couple of games ago, totally dominating the Seahawks game, basically. Like, the entire line of scrimmage was basically Kenny Clark just destroying their center at almost every play. Love seeing that. I feel like this Packers defense, not only a lot more physical, but like a lot more sure tackling. That's the one thing I'm really impressed with this year is really good tackling. You're still gonna, it's NFL. You're still gonna have those plays where it's like, well, who was he covering? You know, how do he get so wide open? And that happens every team though. So I'm not as concerned about that. You know, we've been able to stop the run. You know, I don't even want to bring up the stupid Vikings game. They got their win against a banged up Packer team. Congrats, good job, good season.
Yeah, I mean, not even that. I mean, I don't understand quite how that's not an interception. I mean, again, and this is probably for all NFL fans. I don't think anybody quite knows exactly what a catch is. You just kind of, whatever the call is, because it definitely seems like I don't know what a catch is anymore. But whatever.
Well, they got
the
the announcers, and all the former refs and shit that they have on all the networks, like trying to say what it is and what it's going to be, and they're half wrong most of the time too. Yeah. It's obvious. Like, what's the average fan thinking? You know what I mean?
Right, 100%. Yeah, I'm excited to get back healthy. I mean, let's shout out your boy from the very beginning, Yosh, just stepping in, and I call him Yosh. If you go back to the previous episode, you'll see why. Whatever. So I know, don't kill me in the comments. Like, his name's not Yosh. That's what the fuck I call. Okay, but whatever. I mean, how many teams can just lose a Pro Bowl first string tackle, Pro Bowl second string tackle, left tackle at that, and then just put in another guy against another elite pass rush and just nothing, just holding it down?
Well, then who knows when Bakhtiari is coming back at this point, or shit, even if he's coming back at this point. I mean, I assume he's going to be back at some point in the season. And legitimately, where the Packers sit right now, we're a game behind Arizona, but we got the tiebreaker with them. I would say one of three teams fighting for basically the number one seed. Dallas showed themselves they're not really that much of a contender as everybody thought. I think it's us, Tampa, and Arizona fighting for that one seed. And the difference between these teams, like the Packers look to get a lot. I mean, Arizona might get some people back, but the Packers are getting all pros back before this game in the end of the year. So, I mean, to start filling in the roster and sprinkling in a few all pros on both sides of the ball is going to make a huge difference, and especially if the road's going to come through Lambeau. So,
and the thing that I like too is I like that currently we hold the tiebreaker with Tampa Bay because we have like a better, I think it's division record first, or I think it's division record. I don't know, conference record. One of the two. I know we hold the tiebreaker for it. And then obviously, if Arizona doesn't lose another game, they're the one seed just based on record. But if they do trip up one more game and lose one game, then obviously we hold the tiebreaker with them as well with the head-to-head matchup.
Well, another thing that bodes well for the Packers, most of our rest of our games are at home. The only two road games, Baltimore might be tough, but they showed they're kind of, right with the pack in the AFC. But road game out in Baltimore, but then we got the Lions on the road. And then we're going to beat the shit out of the Chicago Bears this weekend. So that's going to be, fun.
My guy Leroy said 28-10. My prediction, we'll get to it at the end, but it's way more than I think Aaron, after his comments, he kind of got to show, the stakeholders who the owner is.
Well, at Lambeau, he's going to. 41 North Pod will be in the building that night. We're both going to the game.
In the building.
We're starting a winning streak after the bye because LaFleur's record after buys isn't great. So he knows that. He's changing that this year, and we're starting a little, winning streak going into the playoffs here. So
you know what my guy's Matt's record is off the loss?
He doesn't do it again, I'll tell you that.
All I'm going to say. Look, the Bears haven't won since 2018. Okay, the Bears, like my guy Trevor likes to say every time, suck. I was just recently featured in an article that I have no idea how I was featured in. I didn't write very much. I just basically agreed with Mr. Aaron Rodgers in his assumption of owning the Bears and looking at the record and all that. But Bear fans on Twitter, I mean, geez, they've been on me ever since I've been featured in that article. I think it's like a direct link. They probably just click on my thing and they just at my page. But these are, I just don't understand how a franchise in the last, 30 years hasn't had any success against the Green Bay Packers. But for some reason, they still feel the need to talk about their couple little wins. Like, we just don't have like a 42-0 halftime score. You know what I mean? They just need to really find some respect. And maybe that will take them out of football hellhole. Because I think that's the reason they're there. They don't accept greatness of the North like they should. And, I'm sure, I don't know how it was when the Bears were good, because when the Bears were good, my mom might have been pregnant and you might have been just born when they won the Super Bowl. But 85, if they won in 85, that's January. So neither one of us were born. I wasn't even thought of.
No, I think they won in January of '86.
January of '86. So I wasn't born.
Either way
to be born, but
either way, a long time ago. They've had a few okay defenses over the years. Whatever. They beat Favre like a few times and Rodgers a few times, but that's it. So it's almost like developing a complex about the Packers, strength over those years has been their quarterback position. And they almost have like a complex about their quarterback position. And it almost puts like more pressure on them and they fucked up that much more worse. You know what I mean? And so then the last person that swung and missed on a quarterback and used draft picks to do it, like, oh yeah, you're going to do the next one too. We'll entrust you to try to pick this next one. Like, it's not like oops, sorry, miss, like in the NFL. Like, you swung and missed. Like, Fields' best position would have been a new GM and coach this year, but the Bears are stupid. They're a shit franchise. They suck. What else you want to say about that situation?
Every opportunity they've had to pick a quarterback, they failed miserably. Okay. Like the one guy, he says, Aaron Rodgers lost to Mitch Trubisky, right? You guys drafted Mitch Trubisky number 2 overall. He should beat Aaron Rodgers. If you take him and you get the value that you think you're supposed to get at a number 2 quarterback, he should win some games. But he sucks. And he won one game against Aaron Rodgers because you guys had a pretty good defense.
Watch, the irony is, next year, watch what's going to happen. Trubisky will end up starting somewhere, whether it's an injury or he shows out at some place or somebody will make a move for him. And he's going to be an okay quarterback somewhere else. And it's just going to show that it's actually the Bears franchise that's trash. And it's going to be pretty funny.
Let's point out this one too. Don't forget about this, Trev. Not only are they horrible at drafting quarterbacks, right? They picked Trestman over Bruce Arians. They chose to go with Trestman over Bruce Arians. So they also suck at picking coaches. So, I can't wait to see who their next choice is. They might keep Nagy.
Oh, yeah, I hope so, yeah. Or hire Leslie Frazier or some shit.
The only person I hope they don't get is Jim Caldwell, because he's a good coach. Jim's a good coach.
There'll be some Bears Still Suck chants started by 41 North Pod at Lambeau on Sunday night, so keep your ears open.
Definitely.
Crowd's been stepping up a little bit this year at Lambeau. That's been good to see. Even the Milwaukee games. Someone asked a genius question on McAfee a couple weeks ago, and they couldn't really understand it, but I loved it. Basically asking AJ Hawk what the difference, if he noticed a difference between the gold package and the green package games, and they thought it was some like Packers inside baseball shit and didn't really, it sounded like Hawk didn't really notice, but it was a great question. I thought. So I'm curious as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard the same thing that the crowd's been good. The only thing that still bothers me is like the one time like the whole offense is like be quiet, like it's 3rd and 2, like Jesus, like we're trying to be loud, get them to jump, but we're out there, yeah, we're like very similar to our high school, the one chant, kind of.
Well, I think a lot of teams have let the wave go to the wayside. Packers, for some reason, Packer fans still love that shit.
Well, I heard they deaded it in the last game, and they said the people trying to start it were pissed.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be unhappy if they did do that. I mean, Badger games, it's more of a tradition because it's orchestrated by the student section, and they dictate it, and they'll say if it's going to go or not, and how much it progresses because they got the different speeds and rotating and stuff, which is a much different. It's not structured at Lambeau. A lot of times it's going on while the offense is on the field, and it gets louder for that. It's stupid. It distracts from the game. I don't enjoy it. Like, get loud on 3rd down, do some go pack goes. Who Bears still suck. Harass the refs a little bit. Heckle the other team. The normal stuff.
And I think that is a fabulous point, Trevor, because I never really thought about that. But yeah, if you grow up in Wisconsin, okay, and you're a Wisconsin person through and through, like if you go to a Badger football game and you see that wave, don't bring that little putty ass wave to Lambeau. You know what I'm saying? Unless the Badgers are playing there, that's the only time I want to see the wave. Because, like you said, the student section, we got the slow wave, the fast wave, the reverse wave, the two waves,
double waves,
the double wave. Like, they doing shit. Like, they got this half wave. Like when you wake up in the like the night, and it's like the little calm wave. That's the Lambeau Field wave. Because not everybody wants to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get the people like the guys in the section that you sit in. They don't stand or clap for shit.
No, my only critique is getting early or louder earlier on 3rd downs. I mean, the team up on we should be getting down. On offense, but on defense, don't wait till they get to the line to start to get loud. Like, get loud while they're in the huddle. Try to disrupt what the quarterback's trying to yell out to the other players earlier.
Or what he's trying to hear.
Yeah, exactly. So, that's my one thing. But, it's going to be rocking Sunday night against the Bears coming off the bye. AJ Dillon's been a beast. Definitely Goody's. They finally even – I even seen an article someone wrote about it now in one of the fucking publications about how Gooch should be getting some respect. Something 41 North Pod has said from the beginning. Thank you.
Day one. I seen a list today of like the top signed free agents, I guess. How is Campbell not on the list? They had a top 10, but Campbell wasn't on the list.
He wasn't one of those big name, big money free agents. They basically got him off the street, like nobody claimed him.
Yeah, they had Lindsley and shit. I'm looking like my guy is like the best inside linebacker in football that we signed for like $1.5 million. And it's just the disrespect that everybody gives the Packers, from the national media to the fucking these other team fans. Yeah, we might not win a Super Bowl every fucking year, but we are one of those fucking teams every year.
We're in it to win it every year. Yeah.
Tom Brady done fuck shit up where everybody thinks that you should just win these Super Bowls like fucking cotton candy at a fair. And it's not like that. That's just hard.
Yeah, he's definitely an anomaly. And then you look at the history of the NFL, he's an anomaly. So, but people have gotten used to it because, recency bias. And it doesn't I don't think it makes Rodgers any less great. Well, I shouldn't say that. he's had some big games that he should have won in. Like he should have taken over and won to be the great that he thinks he is and wants to be. But I mean, that's just going to change a little bit just this year. That narrative is going to change a little bit. Like, watch. I mean, after this run, I mean, you could still say that about the other years, but he's going to have 2 Super Bowls. Packers going to be thinking about extending him. The league's going to be fucking terrified. You know, this offseason, like, who are the Packers going to get back? Like, they got all pros everywhere. Like, are we going to be able to get one of these dudes after they're not able to sign them because they don't got enough money to sign all these fucking all pros that they've been drafted? Like, and yet Goot sucks.
I can't wait until Packer fans, right? Because this is what's going to happen. I'm predicting the off season, right? We're going to win the championship. It's going to be Packer fans going to be a real good move. Okay. And like the off season is going to come, and then like we're not going to be able to like re-sign like a Preston Smith or somebody like that. And
I mean, potentially bigger names, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just throwing somebody out there, bro. And then Packer fans are going to be so mad that we didn't sign anybody, and then they're still going to want us to go out and get a free agent.
Even though we couldn't bring in all the guys we wanted.
We couldn't even sign all of our guys, and we're going to be like, oh my God, look at JJ Watt out there. We got to get him. Like, it would have changed the year. And then they're going to talk about we need receivers. Because every year we need receivers. I think the reason receivers are talked about so much is just because that's who, like these national outlets that aren't like football people, that's all they know.
Well, I mean, and then it hurts Randall. The news this week, Randall Cobb's out indefinitely. His core injury was hard, tougher than they realized.
It was a groin injury, wasn't it?
Oh, I thought it was core. I mean, it could have been groin. Either way, he's out definitely. It doesn't sound like there's a good chance he's not coming back. But the way I look at that, like, I'm not worried about that either. The way I look at that situation is he helped us get to where we're at today. Thank you. Like, great. You got us to this point. Like, we don't even really, like, your services are really no longer needed. I think EQ is going to get some more opportunities, and I'm looking forward to that, actually.
I mean,
the rookie, we still haven't given a lot of snaps to the rookie for whatever reason, and I don't see him getting more. But, I mean, I'm excited for EQ to get some more opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, my thing, too, is he was here when MVS was down for a little bit. Lazar, had his little COVID issue. He was a very good fill-in. Helped us, like you said, to get to this point. And now our big dogs will take us.
They'll take it from me. I mean, he has good leadership, and definitely. You imagine he had some stuff to teach the guys, the young players especially.
He's still going to be around. I mean, he was always a $5 million coach. He'll be around.
But yeah, I mean, Rodgers got something to prove. I expect him to tear it up the rest of the year going, especially with most of the games being at home now. So, we got Bears game we talked a little bit about already. I mean, just tune in Sunday night, have fun, sit back and watch us destroy the supposed rival. Then we got Ravens will be tougher, and then we got Christmas after that? Browns, right?
Browns.
Or do we got a game in between there?
Nope.
No. Yep. Browns after that. So
we're in the building, 41 North.
That'll be in the building for the Browns game. Going to be a party Christmas Day.
Saturday. I mean,
we'll bring you some
overnight in Green Bay.
We'll bring you some vids from that one. Yep. Getting with the fam for Christmas and fucking going to the game, getting drunk all the same day. Like it's going to be epic. So we'll bring some vids from that one.
Party. After the win, you can find us at any of the local taverns.
Any and all the local joints.
Closing them down.
All the local joints. All the way down Broadway.
No. That's an Uber's home. Wondering where the car is at in the morning.
Call in and find your credit card and the fucking car.
Right. Oh, my tab was that. That's the night.
That's all right. That was a win.
What I bought this half of the bar shot? Perfect.
Oh, what are all these charges from fucking Lambeau? But no, we're back. we're with you through the ship here, bringing the news and takes every week. Just as two, average fucking Packer fans in Wisconsin, I know a little bit about football. I like to think we do, so hopefully, tune in, join the conversation, comment, fucking argue with us. Don't give a shit. If you're a fan of a different team, you're probably not going to enjoy this shit anyway. So it is what it is. Shout out to the Packer fans.
This podcast is for one of the 32 teams. We don't really give a fuck about anybody else. I do. Let me shout out JT. Best running back.
Oh, yeah, shout out. Best running back in football. And basically, going to have the best running back in college in the next few years here, too. Again, the Badgers. So stay put. Known as a offensive line school, you're going to start seeing some backers, and they've been putting out some running backs. So, watch out for them.
Watch out for them. Thanks for joining. We're back. 41 North.
Go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go!